What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never. Today I'm going to be giving an update on Cardano. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me pump that algorithm. I would greatly appreciate it. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. No.
So first things first, let's just appreciate Bitcoin for a second. Within about a week, we have ran from 26,000 to over 35,000. That is absolutely incredible. And I'll go deeper into the charts at the end of the video. But even at the current moment, Cardano is still trading at 28 cents, which in my last Cardano video, it was at 23 cents, where we had it drawn in a falling wedge. And had you guys taken that trade, you could have made about 22% gains. And I understand 22% might not sound like a lot, but it's still better than nothing. But anyways, Cardano currently has a market cap of 10.1 billion, which ranks 8th among all cryptocurrencies. And its circulating supply is up to 35.2 billion out of a max supply of 45 billion, which is about 78% in circulation. And then Cardano is currently down 90% from its all-time high that it reached during the 2021 bull market of $3.10. And if you guys are looking to trade Cardano, I recommend using Binance, Coinbase, or KuCoin. I think those are the 3 easiest centralized exchanges to use. Now we'll hop into some Cardano news. So recently, all of their posts have pretty much been about Cardano Submit of 2023. And I'll go through some of their sponsors. So Bridge Tower Cap, the BitTrue Exchange, OrcFax, Now Payments, and several others. But now, more importantly, I want to hop into Watcher Guru's Twitter, as it has some very good information that's not directly correlated to Cardano, but it's still extremely important. And I first want to talk about what they posted 1 hour ago, which is the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, and how it reaches a 6-month high of 66. And I've actually talked about the Fear and Greed Index many different times on my channel. In fact, I'll even pull it up right now. So as you can see, it is trading at 66. Now, I want you guys to understand the Fear and Greed Index. So why measure fear and greed? The crypto market behavior is very emotional. People tend to get greedy when the market is rising, which results in FOMO. Also, people often sell their coins in irrational reaction of seeing red numbers. With our Fear and Greed Index, we try and save you from your own emotional overreactions. There are 2 simple assumptions. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a good buying opportunity. However, when investors are getting too greedy, that could mean the market is due for a correction. And in my last Cardano video, I actually talked about how the Fear and Greed Index was in that fear region, which is part of the reason I was telling you guys it might be a good time to start accumulating crypto. Now, I do want to be clear. This is obviously not the end-all indicator, but from my personal experience, it's usually pretty accurate. And given that we are greedy right now, there is a chance that you might want to consider taking profits. Obviously, that's not financial advice. Do what's best for you. But typically when we're greedy, that's when you're seeing Bitcoin's going to 200,000. Crypto's the future. All of this bullish news surrounding it. And I'm telling you, crypto rarely does what everyone thinks it's going to do. But anyways, that's the fear and greed. And then they posted 8 hours ago. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy Bitcoin investment is now at $745 million unrealized profit. That is very bullish to see, as MicroStrategy is one of the largest Bitcoin holders. And I can still vividly remember everyone clowning Michael Saylor for wanting to buy more Bitcoin down at 17,500. But when he did that, he brought his dollar cost average down, which obviously has helped him be in profit now. So again, this is very bullish news. And then what they posted 11 hours ago, $310 million worth of Bitcoin shorts liquidated within the past 24 hours. And that co-aligns with what they posted 12 hours ago, that Bitcoin reached 35,000. Now, I will be the first one to admit, I was completely wrong in my last video where I was talking about Cardano. In that video, I was even telling you guys, you might want to consider taking profits. Again, I will go deeper into the charts and I will show you why I was saying that. But rarely do you see an explosive move when the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought. Yet it happened anyways. We went from 30,000 all the way up to 35,000 within a couple hours. And Bitcoin is also up 107% on the year. Yet again, another great thing to see. And now this is also extremely important. So BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust has been listed on the DTCC. Right now, everything seems to be pointing to the idea that the BlackRock Bitcoin Spot ETF is about to get approved. I cannot stress enough. Technical analysis was screaming that Bitcoin was about to drop, and yet within hours it shot up to $35,000. That doesn't just happen without some major macro news. And just to go a little deeper into that, I want to show you what they posted 21 hours ago. The SEC commissioner says the agency has not been very good when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. And keep in mind, this is the SEC commissioner.
can say that generally the agency has not been very good when it comes to anything related to Bitcoin or other crypto assets. And look, I hope that every day I hope that they'll wake up and they'll think, you know what, we need to take a more productive approach. That hasn't happened yet, but I'm of course hoping that it will.
And this is an SEC commissioner. I'm telling you, these spot ETFs are just around the corner. And what you have to understand is that these are spot ETFs, meaning that these major asset managers are actually going to have to hold Bitcoin, which will install so much confidence within the entire crypto market, while also making it significantly easier for the older generations to get into cryptocurrency. I have been beating this drum for a long time. And if this past week has not shown you why I've been beating this drum, then I don't know what to tell you. Because just after rumors of it getting approved, it shot up from 26,000 to 35,000. These ETFs could be revolutionary for crypto. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out on this. Now, for the final part of this video, we'll get into some technical analysis. So this is Cardano in the daily time frame. And as you can see, we initially had Cardano drawn in a falling wedge, where we then also pointed out the potential double bottom and that price action was trading beneath the 786 on the Fibonacci. Now, since then, Cardano has broken out, and had you guys taken that trade, you could have made about 22% gains. Now, I'll be the first one to admit a good portion of that is probably because Bitcoin also skyrocketed, but solid gains nonetheless. Now, at the current moment, I'm going to be saying this a lot, but the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought, which typically signals a little bit of a pullback is coming. But keep in mind, I did say that for Bitcoin as well, and that certainly did not happen. So based on traditional technical analysis, it would be reasonable to assume that price action might start to flag out and potentially come back down and retest these support levels at about 26 cents. And it would also come back down to this high volume node on the VRVP. And in the meantime, the RSI and stochastics would start to reset, where we then could get a major bounce up. But I want to be crystal clear. If Bitcoin continues to skyrocket, there's a fantastic chance that Cardano will also continue to skyrocket. And especially if these spot ETFs get approved, then that will throw technical analysis right out the window. Now, lastly, we'll go over Bitcoin as it's correlated to most altcoins. So very similar to Cardano, the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought. And again, I want to be transparent. In my last video, I said the exact same thing when Bitcoin was trading at about $30,800. And I said, typically this signals a pullback is coming. And a couple hours later, we skyrocketed all the way up to 35,000. So again, I cannot stress this enough. Just understand, when there is major macro news, then technical analysis can become very obsolete. Personally, I am never going to chase a parabolic move with a bunch of green candles in a row, but that's just my opinion. Do what's best for you. Similar to Cardano, I would also be looking for Bitcoin to either start to flag out or at least start trading sideways, and potentially it'll come back down and retest this previous support level at about $31,000. And I just want to show you guys how cooked Bitcoin is. So this is the 3-day time frame, and the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought. And then even on the weekly time frame, the RSI and stochastics are extremely overbought. But as I say in every single one of my videos, it's crucial that you understand macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So if all of a sudden the BlackRock Bitcoin spot ETF were to get approved, that could skyrocket Bitcoin, Cardano, the entire crypto market. On the contrary, if it gets rejected or some extremely bearish news comes out, that could tank the entire crypto market. So just understand, right now crypto is still extremely volatile. Anything can happen in the short term. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how high do you guys think Cardano can go next bull run? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.